guys, and welcome back to Idleon, and today we will be taking our first look at my future J-Man or Journeyman here in Idleon, as well as some other progress first. And our future Journeyman will also be taking on Amarok, because why not? So let's go ahead and get this going. Got some good gains here at Sandcastles. And we can also see here getting some potty rolls as well. Still in the resource collection phase. I want to get those potty rolls for the bandage wraps for my J-Man once it gets leveled up enough, because it will definitely want to have the best weapon it can, because honestly the J-Man doesn't seem to really have a whole lot in terms of like, I mean, it's already kind of like under damaged, I think, because it doesn't have a subclass perhaps. Collecting some Giga Frog horns. Always hard to remember some of the names in this game for different items because they all sound kind of similar. But these horns are important for the Amarok legs. So we collected some of those, and now we're gonna take those back and take a look at the bank situation. So we got some more gains here with crab cakes. Those are going to be a good item to have as well. I think they get used a decent amount in alchemy, so that should be good. And also, these guys drop kebabs, which are good food for me to have. I'm honestly very glad I farmed so many crab cakes already, because it's really given me a lot of free kebabs that otherwise I probably would have had to bought. So it saved me a fair bit of money to farm these, and then use that food to go farm other things. And the nougat cakes are also useful for several things as well. So a fair bit of use actually from the crab cakes, because initially I thought I probably wouldn't do anything with them. And as you can see, building up a bit here in my bank, slowly but surely. 10,000 copper bars. All right, I'm sure I'll find a use for those. Probably alchemy. I mean, what doesn't get used in alchemy? So, or the post office at some point. So let's take a look. Here is my level 27 beginner. You could probably do this with a character that's even lower leveled than this, because honestly, it's really just about dodging the attacks. If you can dodge the attacks, then it's not really that big of a deal. So yeah, I don't even have any attacks set up there. I'm literally just punching the dude. That's it. So just got to dodge some of the attacks, but there isn't much to get hit by. It's pretty much just like his foot there. I'm not sure how much damage I even would take. I do have a slight advantage as well, because I have, inherited stats. Since this is like my 7th character, I've inherited stats from some of my other characters, as well as the cards I'm using. So that does give me an advantage over a complete level 27, like first character. Probably couldn't do this. Well, I don't know. It'd be pretty hard at level 27 on your first character, but it's possible if you dodge all the attacks. As long as you have enough damage, you can probably do it. Sorry, I should say enough accuracy. You can probably do it. So good to check whether your accuracy is low. If it says it's too low, it's probably too low. Probably not worth it. Because what ends up happening is it just takes a really, really long time the lower your stats are. Right here is it's not too bad though. I mean, again, I'm using the stingers, so this isn't too bad. It's funny. I was planning to just punch right through the other stone. I was gonna try. I probably couldn't, but I was gonna plan to punch through the healing stone. But I actually get this one, which is pretty rare. It's like an actual shield stone. It doesn't happen that often. So I actually go back and take out the healing stone, but the shield one doesn't come up that often. But when it does, you kind of have to take it out, because he doesn't take like any damage until you do. The healing stone, you can actually just, if you have a decently powered up character, you can just punch straight through it. You don't even have to deal with it, because it just, it heals at a rate that doesn't seem to really scale with your character's level very well. In my case, I had to go and take both those stones out. But as you can see, the fireballs don't really hit my character where they're standing. It's more like a problem you'd have if you're running a ranged character. So it's pretty much that attack with his foot, and then the one where he shoots something out of his arm. Those are the ones that I have to really watch for. Okay, so I only took 10 damage. Just tanked it to see. Only even took 10 damage. Pretty sure that has to do with a lot of my inherited bonuses from other characters. And, you know, the statues and... Not statues, but stamps and other things. So, and I took 5 from the arm. So, honestly, in my case, I don't even have to, like, dodge his stuff. I can actually just tank him. It's really just the overall damage that's kind of low for me. Amarok's not the hardest boss. He's not really the hardest boss at the end of the day, and he gets really easy as things go along. As you can see, even just a character with inherited stats from some of the other characters and cards can deal with him pretty easily. Takes a little while. More damage the better in terms of speed. And obviously you need to meet the accuracy requirement, otherwise it'll probably take a really long time. But beyond that, Amarok is not hard. You just have to dodge his attacks if you have low defense. If your defense is beyond, I don't know, 40, 50, 60, seems like you're going to be in a good spot. And I think mine's probably already above that. So we'll take a look here. Yeah, you can see my defense level is 71 at level 27. So maybe not the most fair comparison. But again, even if my defense were 25, it wouldn't matter because if you dodge his attacks, you dodge his attacks. And that's about it here. So nice haul here from Snelby's. Nice little haul there. Looking pretty good. I think I may be a bit under-leveled for Snelby's, but whatever. I think I should probably be at Sand Giants. That's my analysis of this in hindsight. But yeah, whatever. I was making it work. It was just burning through a fair bit of food, but, you know, making it work. So I'm at the end of World 2, but I'm waiting to get in a position to be able to fight a font. I still have some work to do before I can get there, and I have to do the blue guy's quest. So there is that as well. All right. But I've been doing pretty well here with the Snelbys. I can fight them pretty solidly. I would like to get the next weapon up, though, to increase my XP per hour, but it's probably going to have to wait a little longer here. So 2,500 gold ore. Another solid haul right there. I've been having a pretty easy time farming gold. I thought gold was going to be a grind, but honestly, it hasn't been that bad. I think that was one of the points where I realized this game isn't so bad in terms of the grind. It's actually fairly manageable. You grind for a bit, but like, I didn't have to wait that long to get to gold. Plat will probably take a bit longer, but we'll see. So bank really coming along here. Still got 1 tier 3 stone. Obviously, I'll have more once I get to our World 3. This was before World 3 was released. So that's why you're going to see some high-level characters sitting here at Snelby's because, well, that was the best I guess they had then. So I have one character over here doing catching because I need some flies. So just trying out the minigame a bit. I'm pretty bad at the minigame. Part of it's, I think, because it's just a little confusing. It's like you have to aim pretty low on those rings. If you aim towards the middle, I find I keep hitting the top. So it seems to be better to aim towards the bottom and then bounce up at the last second. Because if you aim for the bottom, it gives you some extra room to adjust. But yeah, this game it's hard. I wasn't that good at Flappy Bird, and this one, having some trouble with it, but I'll get it eventually. I had trouble with the minecart minigame at first, but I eventually have gotten that down a little bit more. Look at all this iron ore I had. That's a lot. I mean, for me, it feels like a lot. And gold bars, so should be able to build some gold things that I might need soon. But yeah, hopefully all this iron is going to go towards like steel bands or Amarok body plates or something productive. In the early game, I was like lacking so much iron, but now I feel like I have an enormous amount of it. It's pretty funny how that kind of shifts over time. But I feel like you can never have too much just because, again, it's used for alchemy. So you can never really have too much of like any of these resources because, well, you just end up needing more and more and more and more of them later for the alchemy or the post office or all kinds of things for stamps, all kinds of things you need more and more resources. So that's one of the reasons why the bank space, like the storage chest space, is so frustrating because it's not like you can move on from the sort of newbie materials. Like they still end up getting used sometimes later. So you still have to stockpile them and hold on to them, which means I can't just throw out the normal logs and like the oak logs and like free up inventory space. Like, no, I have to keep them because there's certain things they still get used for. I think mainly just alchemy at this point, but that still requires a decent number of them, and I have to hold on to them and waste inventory space with storage space with that. So upgrading these pouches for my skilling characters now because, well, I want to make sure that we can sufficiently carry what we're farming. So did the mining one first. And as you can see, I can hold up to 703 per slot. I know, I just dragged those. I didn't tap. I even have tapping on, I think, but I'm still getting used to it, right? So here's my mining efficiency as well there. I was at like 3.89k. So let's put the wood cutting bag on next, 3.92k. So we got the wood cutting bag. Where is it? There it is. And that should also take us up to roughly 703 as well. But this is basically going to mean I'm not going to run out of spaces for things I'm farming, which is pretty darn good. So that is going to do it for this video. So leave a like if you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video.